Welcome to the Cat Blog. I'm Timothy J. Forbes. It is September 2021. It's rather hard to believe that so much of the year's gone by already, but I thought I'd take this opportunity, being that it's September, to discuss about the number of anniversaries that Catwoman has had. I know last year she celebrated her 80th anniversary there. She was the first of the two villains to appear in the first Batman comic, the other one being the Joker. Well, 1966 was a huge year for the Feline Fatale. She had been away from the comics for 12 years because of a comic book crackdown that took place in 1954. So she finally made her first appearance on the 16th and 17th of March 1966 in the Batman episode. Julie Newmar went to portray her. And, I remember that episode rather well. I was struck in the end by the ending because it reminded me of what happened to Molly the Mole 2 months before. It looked as though that might have been just a one-shot deal for Catwoman, but that was not to be the case. Because as soon as production ended on season 1, production started on the 1966 movie, which we're going to talk about in a little bit as well too. Lee Merriweather took over the role because Julie apparently was not available at that time, and initially the 1966 movie was supposed to have been shown first before the 66 series started. But because ABC's ratings in fall 1965 were tanking so badly, they rushed production of the 66 series. So because of that, the 1966 movie had to be shot right at the very tail end of season 1 production. It was on this week in 1966 that Catwoman made her second appearance on the series. And that was when the relationship between her and Batman really got going in the show. And Julie Newmar's Catwoman would continue to make appearances all the way through to March of '67. And I might further add that because of Catwoman's popularity, that led to the creation of Batgirl. And Tuesday, the 14th of September, also marks the 54th anniversary of Batgirl's debut on ABC.
I've got my own memory of Yvonne that was after she died, and that was on September 14th, 2015. She had passed away the previous month, and as I was getting into Saratoga Springs, and I was there because I had lost my place to live temporarily, I'd stopped at Hawthorne Spring, which is directly across from Congress Park, and I went live on Facebook, and I was describing, my feelings about Yvonne. It was a kind of a hot day that day. Well, not so much hot, it was just kind of toasty and warm. It was a late summer afternoon in Saratoga Springs, and it just had that type of feeling of, remembering about her, and I was just reminded of what it was like 48 years prior to that. And so I talked about it live on Facebook. I haven't been able to find the broadcast, but that's how it goes. I will say this though, if it were not for the Batman series, there really would be no Barbara Gordon, and Selina Kyle would be nothing more than just a mere footnote. Instead, both characters have lasted all the way up to this present time, and they have their own comic book titles as well.
Just to let you know, any plans for any fan films in the near future, they're on hold right now because of the COVID crisis, and also if there was any plans to do anything up in Canada, that's just not going to be feasible because travel is extremely restricted between Canada and the United States. So it's just not going to happen. And all I have to say is, for those of you who have not been vaccinated, please go down to the doctor and get the vaccines. Because this is affecting everyone in this country. Not just you or your family or your close circle of friends. It affects the whole country, and it affects the world as well too. So, but we are still on track to do projects in the future, and we're going to be working on story ideas, and hopefully we'll have more for you on that. In the meantime, be sure to stay safe, you take care, and we'll catch up to you real soon. Take care. Bye.